Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Plasma, and I like unique designs. Redstone door videos are overdone. This is a modern design of one I invented many years ago. It's not a redstone door, it's a command door. Subscribe if you haven't, and let's get started. So, right here you'll see I have a button that opens a door. And I have another button that also opens it, and there's no redstone. There is no redstone, no tricks up my sleeve. There are no redstone. So, all it is some commands. So I'm going to show you those commands real quick. So all we have to do is when a button is pressed, set it to air, and if neither button is pressed, then we set it to glass. That's very simple. And so the commands, I'm going to put them up on the screen. This is what they look like. And so I'm going to have, for one of the buttons, if it's powered, I'm going to fill that with air. And I'm going to do the same thing. So if I look at the beginning of this command, it's going to be 134, -7, 182, and this is right here. And those are the coordinates of this block, and we just set power to true. And so what all you have to do is, if you wanted to make this door, you would need to find out what your coordinates are. I'm going to build one right in front of you. And what you need to do is decide where you're going to put your command blocks, and we're going to set the command block to repeat and always active. And that will turn it blue. And now we put our button where we want it to go. What we're going to do is we're going to fill it in with whatever block we want to fill it in with. We're going to take note of those coordinates. And we're going to, I'm just going to paste the command in so I don't have to flip through a bunch of windows. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to run this command right here. I can show it to you on the screen. And so what we're going to do is we're going to always run this command, but for the other button. So let's not do always active yet. So this button is going to be, look at targeted block on the top right, 40, -7, 199. 40, -7. Wait, was it -144? Yeah. And then it would have been 199, I believe. So that's 140. I really got that wrong. It's 140. I knew I misremembered something. And so that's our button. And so now we're going to want to set this blue and yellow field for a fill to be from 143 to 200, and then on the y-axis, -6 to -8. 143, 200 to 141, 200. What we can do is we can come in here and go 141 to 143, and that z coordinate was 200. And so we're going to set these. And now, if we did this right, when this is powered, sorry, we set it for this button. We can't power that. So we need to do always active, and now, look, it works. That's all you've got to do. So now what we want to do is we want to, I'm going to control middle click this block, and we're going to put another block down that instead detects this button. And this button is at 140, -7, 200, if we look at the top right. So we come here, and so that's not right. There's a 201. We should be off by 2 blocks. At 199, 201. So I got that right. And so this one will set it if this button is pressed. So now, there. And so now all that remains is for you to do one more command block. And this command is going to be a little bit trickier. Not trickier, but what you need to do is for every single button that you have, you need to chain them. And so I'm going to show you what to do for 2 buttons. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do execute if block, and we're going to check the block and fill the region with glass or glass panes, whatever we want to do. But we're going to do essentially the structure. I'm going to have it visible on the screen. Is we're going to do execute if block run, execute if block run fill command. Does that make sense? So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to execute a command using run, and the command you're going to execute is execute. So you're going to do 2 executes. And so it's going to be done twice. So what we want to do is we want to take this location. I'm going to copy that. And so we need to change. I brought this one over from the other one. We're going to put that right here. So now we're going to set it to glass panes if these 2 blocks, which are 140, -7, 199 for the first button. This will make a lot more sense when you look at the what's on the screen. I'm going to indent it so that you can actually see how the execute calls the next execute calls the fill command. And so now I'm going to change this to 201. And so now so the reason why we're doing this is because we don't want them to fight over each other. You don't want one button to say, I want it on, and the other one to say, I want it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. And so let's say we wanted to set this to light blue glass. What is the name for glass? Blue. What is it? It's glass pane. Oh, stained glass pane. That's what it is. So if we go light blue stained glass pane. Now, when we go always active on repeat, now you can see that you've got a door. And both buttons do it. So it's going to make a lot more sense when I put it on the screen for you to look at. Very simple. So what you can do is with, you're going to need a command block to check each button you've got, and you need a command block that has an execute for each of them. And so if you want to do 3 buttons, you can just do another execute if block. You can just add that section and then just check that block is set to false as well and it's powered. That's it. Hope that's helpful. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll do more command block things. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.